Hi, good day, everybody. It's Steve here. I'm delighted to be joined today by Hannah Pepper, Head of Recruitment from the fantastic EweMove. How are you, Hannah?
Everyone. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you, Steve?
I'm great. Wonderful. Listen, I wanted to have a quick chat with you today about your, obviously, the recruitment drive that EweMove have got. I know you've got big plans for the next 5 years, and certainly the last 2 years have been very, very impressive. It seems like every time I go onto social media, I see, a new franchisee opening a new territory. So how many, just give us an idea, how many in the last 2 years, roughly how many new franchisees have you taken on?
Yeah, I mean, 2020, we all know what happened in that current year in that climate. That was a bit of a slow one. We recruited 26 franchisees, but it's still fantastic when you look at, we've been speaking to the BFA on what the average recruitment is for a franchise, and it's something between 3 to 6 franchises a year, and we're some months we're doing that in 1 month, so the growth is really good. So 2020 was 26, 2021 was a real stormer. We had 63 areas sold in that year, and so far this year we're on track to hitting that 60 again. So it's just a whirlwind at the minute. People are enjoying it. They want to come on board.
And it's quite impressive as well. I mean, I know your brand and I've known you guys for quite some time. What I find impressive is the fact that you've got very, very rigorous, I don't want to use the word vetting, but when you're doing your recruitment, it's done in very, very set stages, and people have got to get through those stages. So it's even more impressive when you look at that, because we all know there are other models out there that just, I want to be a self-employed estate agent. Yeah, no problem, come on in. So how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I'm very protected of. Me, Steve, I've been there since day one of EweMove. So, I do feel like this is my baby, and I am very protective of the brand and who we allow into the brand. So because of that protection, it's making sure that everybody ticks the right boxes for us. But not only that, but this is a partnership. Not only have they got to tick the boxes for us in their personality, skill set, financial capital that we've got available, but also do we match do we tick their boxes? Do we match what they're wanting to invest into their next business venture? And I think that's really, really important that we have those detailed, in-depth conversations to get to know each other, because I don't want to sell an opportunity to somebody who isn't going to be suited, or it's not going to be suited for them. And we don't want businesses opening and closing. So, the process it's all about fact-finding. They go through presentations, understanding the fees, understanding their territory area, the competitors in their area, the kind of market share that the competitors have got, and what fees that they can charge. We then go through a business plan review with them to make sure they can earn the money that we're saying that they're going to earn. But also they get to speak to other franchisees as well. So they're getting to speak to, and we don't pick them. They just literally look at a map and say, I'd like to speak to XYZ, or they might say, I want to speak to somebody in the same industry as me. And we are very transparent and an open book, and having that flexibility, speaking to people that are doing it day in, day out, really has a positive effect on them coming through the process, because they feel that they've been able to get all the details that they need before they can inquire and move further with their application. So yeah, there is a strict process, and speaking to our franchisees, they need to approve them. They need to get approving from myself and my team, but ultimately it's trying to get to the point where, is this partnership going to work? And and then that's what.
Yeah. So it's not just about whether you like them. It's them basically buying into the whole EweMove sort of ethos and culture and how you guys work and that. I mean, I know firsthand. Obviously, I think the support is fantastic that you guys offer. It's very, very interesting when having working in recruitment as well myself I speak to a lot of people who said to me, I want to be a self-employed. I want to work self-employed in the estate agency game and that sort of thing. And if I'm honest with you, probably 85% of the people I speak to, I just think are not ready. And I will tell them. And do you get a lot of that? Do you get a lot of people? Yeah.
I mean, you have conversations with people and they think, oh, they're lucky because they're their own boss. They're not lucky at all. They've worked really hard to be their own boss and run a successful business. As a franchise, what we do is we make that as easy as possible for you in terms of giving you the support that you need to run a business. So, you know, you think of your natural progression for somebody, a sales agent, their natural progression to progress in their career.
Yeah.
They kind of throw the tools down and then they manage people. So
Yeah.
they step away from their strengths, which is talking to people, that customer interactions and listing properties. What we do as a franchise, we put them back into the front end where their strengths are, the point of the role where they're really enjoying, they're good at, and we take the headache away from them. So all the accounting, the you know, landlord payments, call answering and things like that, tenancy agreements, all the headache kind of things that a sales agent would think of, sales progression, we deal with it all for them. So their main focus and their main time is going out there doing what they love doing and what they're good at. And you know, when somebody wants to be self-employed, having that support of a franchise model who can support you with the headache side of running a business is really good. And that's why our agents are successful. They're buying multiple areas, and they're getting some good return on the properties that they've got listed. But I do think when you're investing into a business, or you're going down that route of I want to be my own, I want to own my own business, you do have to get to that stage where you've got to think of it. You've got to wear two hats in this business. Your first hat is, can you sell? Can you build customer rapport? You passionate about that customer service? And then the other hat is, can you run a business? Do you know your numbers? Do you know your cost per leads? And you know, in two different roles that you have to do. And that's the good thing that you know, one thing that I'm very proud of at EweMove, we really take this into account. So the training is all focused at the two hats: running a business, knowing your numbers, knowing what jobs that you're doing, are you going to get a return on investment for that? And then looking at it as, are you the best sales agent in your area? What training can we provide to help you with that?
Okay, so just on that point, just one query that I have got is, what percentage of people you take on are actually experienced in the industry? Look, roughly, I know
5%. It could even be lower. It could be 3% that have actually been.
You think the majority of the franchisees that join EweMove from out of industry?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing when you think, you know, you look at the other brands and the other models. They're very much the other way around. I would say 95% of the people they take on are. So that in itself is really good. What about just on retention? We haven't got a lot of time, but just on retention, you are. Obviously, I know that your retention rates are very, very high, where again, with some of the other models, they're very bad. What is the reason for that? Is that because of the support you give, or is that because of what you do at the beginning, do you think?
I think there's a mixture there. There's a mixture of the recruitment process and, you know, just having that transparency from day one, so they fully understand what they're getting into and what is expected of them.
Right.
But also I think it's down to the support. It's not just the support from head office in terms of the training that we provide, you know, it's ongoing, the support, but I think it's also support from our peers as well. So the franchisees, you know, it is a family, you know, they love helping each other out. They love getting involved. We have regular meetups. It's just being in the know of every franchisee and what they want to achieve, to stop them feeling isolated. So, you know, if someone isn't isolated, they feel very much part of a company, they're driving their business forward, there's no reason for them to leave. Yeah. But, you know, we do have people leave, but that's the good thing about the franchise model that we've got, is we've got a resale opportunity. So when somebody leaves the network, it's not always a negative thing of they've not been successful, of them not made it work. It's just that they've signed up for 5-10 years and they've got to a point where they want to retire. The business that they've built over the years, we've got a resale opportunity there that we can advertise and recruit.
Okay. So 20 seconds, briefly, 20 seconds, because the 10 minutes has flown by, right? 20 seconds, the future. What's the goals for number of franchisees in the next, let's say, 5 years?
I mean, we want to have boards up in every town and village in the UK, because we know what a fantastic model this is. But what we'd like to get to the end of 2024, we'd like to have 400 franchise areas.
Great stuff. Hannah, wonderful. I know I cut you short on lots of things there. Thanks for your time. That's absolutely fantastic. Guys, I'm going to put some details on the post. You'll know where to go if you want to be, if you want a little bit of information. You come direct to me, you can go direct to Hannah.